Oh, there was the boost. There we go.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's awesome.
What's up guys, I'm Alan with Edge Autosport and this is On the Rollers. Today I've got a Focus RS, it's 2017. We've got a few bolt-ons on it, just the basics, intercooler, downpipe, intake, and the TurboSmart wastegate actuator. It's also got a pretty sweet AWE catback, sounds great. So we're gonna be getting this thing on the dyno, we're gonna tune it on 91, then we're gonna throw some ethanol at it and see what we can drag out of this thing. My least favorite cars to strap down. Yeah. Because it's got those little brake duct things and you can't really get to it very well. Now I know some of you guys are gonna ask, yes we are gonna disable the RDU or rear drive unit. These cars don't like to be driven in all-wheel drive on a dyno. So with the Cobb Access port we can disable that, but our dyno is mechanically linked so you're still gonna see the back wheels spin. I'm just flashing the base map right now. I had it on, the car came in on a stage 2 map from Cobb, the OTS map, but with the TurboSmart actuator, it was overboosting quite a bit, though the ECU was doing its job, closing the throttle down and keeping it from hurting the engine, but it was very noticeable, the throttle closure. You could feel it in the car as it was closing. So, tuning for these mods is going to allow the car to run the boost that I want without the throttle closures. So we're going to make some adjustments in the map and see if we can't get the throttle to be a little bit less intrusive. So for that pull, I was just doing a quick pull to see where it came in on the boost on the base map, so now I know where to go from here in dialing in the wastegate duty cycles. Alright guys, you might notice that I'm wearing different clothes today. We've got this Focus RS back from the dyno. We just got it back from Thompson Automotive. The car was underperforming. It didn't quite feel right. You could feel that the car was just struggling to make power, super lethargic and slow to spool. Based on the data logs and what I was seeing, I guess that the actuator was probably not adjusted properly and wasn't allowing the flapper and the exhaust to close all the way. So we took this thing over to Thompson and that ended up being what it was. But the actuator, the rod was actually already cracked and when they tried to tighten it and adjust it, it snapped. So we ended up putting a new actuator on the car, the TurboSmart internal wastegate upgraded actuator, and now it's back on the dyno. We're gonna tune it on 91, and hopefully we should see a major difference in the way this car performs. So we just finished up the 91 tune for this RS. What a world of difference. This is a completely different car. The actuator is definitely fixed. We are making a ton of boost in the lower RPM ranges, where before it was just struggling to make boost. You can see the difference in the 3000 RPM region of this plot. It's about 119 foot-pounds of torque is what we gained at 3000 RPMs, which is huge. The crazy thing is the customer bought the car already modded, and so it was likely doing this even before he got it tuned, obviously. And so the entire time he's had the car, it has been suffering. Now that it's fixed, it is gonna be a completely different animal. So I'm super excited to give this thing back to him with an extra 119 foot-pounds of torque at 3000 RPMs. But I'm not gonna stop there, because we're gonna put some ethanol in this car and turn it up even more. So maybe 180 foot-pounds of torque more. So we're just working our way through the E30 tune right now, and corn is good. So boost is pretty much exactly where I want it right now. Now it's just a matter of dialing in the spark advance. We just did 445 foot-pounds of torque and 386 horsepower, which is a whole lot better than what it started at. So we just finished up with the E30 tune. I'm super pumped with this car. We ended up with another 50 foot-pounds of torque, made a ton more horsepower. Final numbers are 391 and 449. That's 391 horsepower, 449 foot-pounds of torque. This thing's gonna be an absolute monster. It came in with problems. As you can see from the graph that I'm gonna post up on the screen right now, this car gained 184 foot-pounds of torque at 3000 RPMs. This is compared to the Cobb off-the-shelf map that it came in with. So the light lines are gonna be the off-the-shelf map. As you can see, it's taking forever to spool. Just dips off really fast after it spools and just doesn't hold power very well. This is not indicative of the Cobb off-the-shelf maps. They usually perform a lot better than this. This is because of the wastegate actuator. However, that is all a customer knew when he got this car. So this thing is a completely different beast than when it came here, and I'm so happy to give it back to him, making a ton more horsepower. Now that we're done, I'm gonna take this thing out on the street, make sure that it's driving just like it should before I give it back to the customer. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you do, be sure and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.